Welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're diving straight into a pretty fascinating and honestly somewhat hidden corner of the digital economy. We're talking about the secondary market for verified financial accounts. Specifically, we're going to take an objective look at a source text from a vendor called SMHI. They're out there offering what they call secure and ready-to-use verified accounts for Paysend, which is a massive global money transfer platform. It's a really interesting proposition, right? It sits squarely at this intersection of ultimate digital convenience and super strict global financial compliance. So let's just get right into it and see exactly what they're pitching. Here's the roadmap for our source material today. We're going to kick things off with global money transfers explained, and then look at the verification hurdle. From there, we'll ask, why buy verified accounts? Check out the features of SMMHI accounts, identify who benefits the most, and finally, wrap up with their safe usage guidelines. All right, Section 1, Global Money Transfers Explained. So to really grasp why there's a demand for this kind of service in the first place, we got to understand the platform we're talking about. The source text puts all its focus on Paysend. Now, according to the material, Paysend is an absolute giant in the online money transfer space. People use it to send money internationally, and it's super popular because it offers highly competitive exchange rates and really fast processing times. In our hyper-connected world, having a totally seamless cross-border payment tool, well, that's literally a lifeline for a digital business. But getting full unrestricted access to that tool isn't exactly an instant process. Let's see how that creates a bit of a bottleneck. Which brings us to Section 2, the verification hurdle. You see, global financial platforms just don't let anyone move giant piles of cash around the world anonymously. That's just not how it works. They require identity verification, what you probably know as KYC, or Know Your Customer. The source text specifically defines a verified Paysend account as one that has successfully completed this exact hurdle. And we're not just talking about clicking an email link here. You have to submit official government ID. Depending on how much money you're moving, they might even ask for proof of address or detailed documents proving where your funds actually came from. Platforms do this to stay on the right side of international regulations and, of course, to shut down fraud. And you can really see the massive difference this KYC process makes. On one side, you've got unverified accounts. Users stuck here are dealing with heavily restricted features and pretty low transfer limits. But on the other side, verified accounts. These unlock the platform's full potential, much smoother access, and significantly higher available transfer limits. The vendor makes it clear. You absolutely have to verify your identity to get those top-tier features. That friction, the time, the paperwork, the waiting around, is the exact pain point SMMH says they can fix for you. So, let's move on to Section 3, why buy verified accounts? It's a fair question, right? Why pay someone else for an account instead of just uploading your own driver's license? Well, the vendor has a very specific pitch here. Their whole argument is basically built around speed and operational convenience. They point out that you get faster access to transfer services and those higher transfer limits right out of the gate. No waiting around. You completely skip the verification delays where a platform is just sitting on your documents. They also claim these accounts offer immediate credibility and are basically ready to go on day one. So the overarching message, it's all about saving you time so you can get right back to running your international business. Let's check out Section 4, Features of SMMHI Accounts. Now, SMMHI isn't just saying they sell accounts. They're branding these as premium quality solutions. According to their promo material, every single account is carefully prepped. The features they're touting include fully verified status and, this is a big one, a clean account history. That means no past red flags for suspicious activity. On top of that, they promise secure login credentials, lightning-fast delivery of the account details, competitive pricing, and even reliable replacement support if things go sideways. They also mention having multiple account options available, which tells us they're tailoring their inventory to fit different types of users. They also spend quite a bit of time talking up their reputation. The source claims thousands of customers rely on SMMHI because they prioritize quality assurance and customer satisfaction. They're highlighting secure transactions, quick delivery, and a super responsive professional support team. It's actually really fascinating when you look at it because their marketing language sounds exactly like a mainstream B2B software company. They are really pushing this image of a trusted, highly professional service provider. All right, Section 5. Who benefits the most? So who is actually buying these? Well, the vendor targets a surprisingly wide slice of the digital economy. Based on the text, we're looking at freelancers and remote workers who just want to get paid across borders without the headache. Then you've got e-commerce stores and digital businesses managing tons of international transactions. They're also aiming at digital marketing agencies, international traders, and global business owners. Basically, if you're running an online enterprise and you see those traditional financial compliance checks more as an annoying roadblock than a helpful security measure, SMHI is saying, hey, we've got the shortcut. That leads us to our final part, Section 6, Safe Usage Guidelines. Even though buying a pre-verified account is, well, pretty unconventional, the security advice SMHI gives is actually super standard. To keep the account safe, their first step is to use strong passwords and turn on two-factor authentication. Step 2 is a strict warning. Never, ever share your login or recovery info with anyone. And Step 3 is really interesting. They explicitly tell users to only use the account for legitimate financial activities. So they're very clearly trying to position this product as a simple workflow hack for real businesses, not as a cover for anything shady. But here is the absolute most critical part of this whole proposition, found right at the end of their text. It says, you remain responsible for complying with Paysend's terms of service and all applicable laws. That is a massive disclaimer. Sure, the vendor is handing you the keys to a fully verified account, but they are completely washing their hands of any platform or legal risks. Because if Paysend figures out that account changed hands, which pretty much violates the terms of service of any bank or financial app out there, they can freeze the account and lock up whatever money is inside. And if that happens, the user is the one left holding the bag. So that leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. Does the convenience of jumping right into a ready-to-use, verified account actually outweigh the risks of dodging the strict regulatory landscape of global finance? SMH definitely makes a compelling case if you're a digital entrepreneur just looking for speed and efficiency. But bypassing those KYC protocols means taking on some serious compliance and security risks. It's just a fascinating glimpse into how these secondary markets pop up to smooth out the friction caused by global regulations. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this explainer. I hope exploring this source material gave you a cool new perspective on this digital service. Until next time, keep questioning the systems that power our digital world.